friends, and welcome to day 11 of the Motherhood Reset, where we get real about some of the challenges and experiences that we have in motherhood. In the last video, we talked about why overthinking happens, and I offered a few mindset shifts to help kind of calm that spiral. Now, let's talk about what to actually do when you feel stuck in your head. Okay, so these are not rigid routines or pressure-filled productivity hacks, okay? They're simple, they're grounded steps to help you move forward in a way that protects your time and your energy. So step one is setting one tiny, clear intention. So when your brain feels very cluttered and overwhelmed by everything on your plate, the best way forward isn't to tackle it all at once, okay? It's to start with just one thing. Ask yourself, what is one small thing that I can do in the next 10 minutes? Okay, not the whole project. We talked about this in the last video. Not the perfect plan, right? Just one first step. So for example, maybe you've been meaning to organize your email inbox for weeks, but it feels like a huge task because you haven't, like I'm on maternity leave right now and my inbox is a mess. I probably have like hundreds of unread emails, and tackling it all at once just feels very overwhelming. So instead of trying to do it all at once, maybe just focus on a few emails, just, I don't know, the ones from the previous week, right? That tiny action, that small, clear step, it starts to build momentum. And momentum shifts your mental state from overwhelmed to calm, from stuck to actually moving forward. Starting small, it doesn't just get things done, it rewires how your mind sees progress. So it makes it clear to see that the impossible can actually feel possible. So step number two is use your timer just to protect your time and your energy. When your to-do list feels very endless and very overwhelming, it's really easy to have your mind just feel like it's spinning all the time. And it's also really easy for time to just slip away without you even noticing. You ever notice that? Like if you mindlessly scroll, like all that time has just gone to waste, right? So this is why using a timer sometimes really helps to kind of bring you out of that state. Even if it's just like for 15, 20 minutes, it can really be a game changer. So setting that timer not only tells your brain, I need to focus, but it also tells your brain that there's a boundary, right? And that boundary helps you work with your time and not against it. So if you need to do something, let's say it's sorting the laundry. Let's say you have a laundry basket full of clothes and you just need to sort them, but you feel overwhelmed. You're like, I don't want to do it because it's too much stuff. Set a timer, 10, 15, 20 minutes. And then once that timer goes off, and like during that 15 minutes or whatever, do as much of it as you can, like as much of the folding away and the putting away clothes. But after that 15 minutes is up, decide then, like, do you want to stop right there or do you want to continue going? And both options are totally okay. The point is using that timer creates a structure without pressure. And sometimes that's all that it takes to just start moving. And step number three is give yourself permission to pause without guilt. Look, sometimes despite our best efforts, you're gonna feel anxious, you're gonna feel drained, you're gonna feel stuck in your head. That is your body and your mind's way of saying pause, okay? Because all of us are just constantly doing too many things. And I think this is where a lot of us get it wrong, because when our mind and our body are telling us to pause, sometimes what we do is the opposite. We tend to push through. We tend to just keep on keeping on. We push harder. A lot of us think that rest is weakness, right? And we have like a lot of stuff going on. It's like, when am I gonna rest? I have all of these things on my plate. But the truth is, pausing is part of that process. Pausing is not even helpful, it's necessary, it's a requirement. So say you are studying for a test, but after 40 minutes of like intense studying and intense deep work, your chest tightens, you just start yawning, you can't concentrate anymore, you get frustrated. So that is a perfect time that instead of powering through, even if you have an exam tomorrow, right? Instead of powering through, the most helpful thing is for you to just take a pause, have some rest, breathe deeply, stretch, go for a walk, get something to eat, right? Or just sit quietly for a moment. That isn't quitting, it's recharging. It clears that mental fog so that when you do return, you can actually come back with fresh energy and clearer focus. So remember, if your mind feels tangled and overthinking, the way forward sometimes isn't about doing more or pushing harder, right? Sometimes it's about taking a step back and that clear step that honors your energy and your pace. So start by, setting one tiny intention, maybe just one small thing that you can do. Use a timer to hold your focus and to hold you accountable, but also listen when your mind and body are telling you that it's time to just pause and take a little bit of a break. And this balance is exactly what breaks that cycle of overwhelm and helps you to, move forward without burning out. Look, you don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to be perfect, okay? You just have to start with what you have, where you are. If this video resonated with you, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more content. In the meantime, I wish you the most beautiful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.